We have my colleague Uma Shankar joining us. Uma Shankar, explain to us the significance of the envoy being summoned by MEA today, because this is also, the timing of this is interesting because Mohammad Muzzou's China visit also begins today.
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए कल ही ये खबर आई थी कि जो भारत के उच्चायुक्त हैं मालदीव में मुनु महावर, उनकी तरफ से जो एक असंतोष है वो जताया गया था मालदीव की सरकार के साथ। और उसके अलावा हमने देखा कि किस तरह से मालदीव के जो बड़े बड़े नेता हैं, जो पूर्व राष्ट्रपति हैं, वो अपनी सरकार की आलोचना उन्होंने की और उन्होंने कहा कि जिस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल किया गया है उससे डिस्टेंस बनाया जाना चाहिए। उसके बाद हमने देखा कि दो बयान आए मालदीव सरकार की तरफ से। पहला बयान तो ये आया कि उन्होंने अपने आप को उस तरह की टिप्पणियों से दूर किया जो सोशल मीडिया पर प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के खिलाफ लिखे गए। और उसके बाद दूसरा बयान आया जिसमें कि 3 उप मंत्रियों को निलंबित करने की जानकारी दी गई। उसके बाद आज जो है विदेश मंत्रालय में तलब किया गया इब्राहिम शाहिब को, जो कि यहाँ मालदीव के उच्चायुक्त हैं। और जाहिर सी बात है कि भारत ने इस पूरे मामले पे अपनी तरफ से जो एक असंतोष, एक नाखुशी जताई है, वही आज उनको कम्युनिकेट किया गया है। तो एक औपचारिक तौर पे उनको बुलाकर, उनको समन करके इस बात की जानकारी दी गई है कि किस तरीके से ये भारत ने इसे अच्छे तौर पर नहीं लिया है। जो बड़ी कार्रवाई होनी थी वो कल हो चुकी। 3 जो मंत्री हैं उनको निलंबित कर दिया गया। उसके बाद ये लगा था कि ये मामला शांत हो जाएगा, लेकिन आज इस तरह से तलब करके भारत की तरफ से इस मामले को फिर से उठाया गया है मालदीव के साथ। तो लगता है कि अभी जो है कुछ कार्रवाई होनी बाकी है, क्योंकि अभी उन तीनों को निलंबित किया गया है। हो सकता है कि उनकी बर्खास्तगी की बात हो, ये आने वाले समय में पता चलेगा। लेकिन इस पूरे प्रकरण में जो एक पहलू है वो ये भी है जो कि अर्थव्यवस्था का पहलू है। मालदीव की अर्थव्यवस्था जो है वो टूरिज्म पे आधारित है और भारत से जिस तरह से बुकिंग कैंसिल करने की जो मुहिम है वो जोर पकड़ी है, इसके बाद मालदीव में और ज्यादा चिंता हुई। क्योंकि पिछले साल हमने देखा है कि 2,10,000 के आसपास भारतीय सैलानी जो है वो मालदीव गए, जो कि पिछले साल की सबसे बड़ी तादाद है। और ऐसे में जो एक चौतरफा दबाव पड़ा है मालदीव पे, चाहे वो राजनयन का दबाव हो, चाहे वो अर्थव्यवस्था का दबाव हो, उसकी वजह से उसको ये फैसला लेना पड़ा है। और आज मालदीव के उच्चायुक्त को तलब भी किया गया यहाँ दिल्ली में।
Right. Thank you, Uma Shankar, for joining us with those details. We also have R.K. Radhakrishnan, Associate Editor of The Frontline, who's reported from Maldives and Sri Lanka for many years. Mr. Radhakrishnan, how do you see, this diplomatic fallout of what has happened? Because we saw ministers from India also tweeting in favor of the government's viewpoint. We saw, people like Ibrahim Soli and also, ex-presidents tweeting against Maldives. So clearly there are divisions there, and there's also an economic boycott, and now the envoy has been summoned. So, how do you see this entire fallout, sir?
Thank you for the opportunity, Vasudha. What I see is that there is an unnecessary escalation of the situation by the Indian side, and I think Maldives has to be given some more space, given the fact that Moise himself is not he's been a minister earlier, but then his experience is extremely limited. He's holding together a coalition which is extremely, at this point of time, fuzzy. It can break at any moment of time. That is his ministers, given the fact that he has a serious problem with the person who founded the Progressive Party of the Maldives, from whom he draws all his leverage at this point of time and is support at this point of time. So Moise is actually playing to a local audience, and that has obviously reflected very badly. Let us on the exact nature of the events itself, the way they unfolded. The Prime Minister tweeted, and then we had a lot of right-wing handles and of course BJP supporters tweeting. When they were asking people to go to Lakshadweep, they were also hitting on Maldives and saying, don't go to Maldives. This had triggered people in the Maldives, and all kinds of people have reacted. And obviously, these ministers have absolutely no experience, and they also joined the thing. But the point is that they should not have gone as far as criticizing the Indian Prime Minister, and that's where they made the mistake. And Maldives could have easily amended the situation if it was an experienced Prime Minister. It could have, President. He could have easily amended the situation by going on air and making an apology or saying that this is not what the Maldives thinks. But then I believe that the president has been waiting and watching all this time, and he has not been able to take a tough decision on any of these things that people have done, not just in this instance, even in earlier instances. And I think that's where the problem lies. And I think finally what has happened is that today he has already landed in China. President Moise has already landed in China. And this gives Moise actually a shoulder to cry on. And I think that should worry us, because given the fact that some of the Maldivian websites were hacked, including presidency.mv, I think it's a very bad sign if they end up giving all the websites for maintenance to China.
Yeah. RK, explain to us about this thing that you're speaking about, because the timing of this is very interesting. Mohammad Moisu's visit to China has already began, and he's always seen as somebody who, sort of like framed his campaign on an India out narrative. So how important is it for both India and Maldives to, in some ways douse the fire right now?
See, the character of Moise is something that we need to understand and study a little bit further, which is what I've written about in the next issue of Frontline. Basically, this is a guy who was a member of the Progressive Party of Maldives, which Yamin heads, and he left the party when he knew that he will not get the presidential nomination. He goes out of the party, joins another party, gets the presidential nomination from that party, barely 26 votes to 24 votes, and then makes sure that the PPM, that is Yamin's party, supports him because Yamin is in jail and he can't, contest the elections. From there on, he has literally captured the PPM-PNC combined. So he's very good in local politics, but he's not that well-versed when it comes to the affairs of the world. His first strong move was to not come to India for his first foreign visit, picking Turkey over India, and then meeting Prime Minister at the sidelines of in Dubai of the climate conference. And then you would remember the joint statement, not the joint statement, statement from both sides. We would see the presidency Maldives sides, which also said the exact same thing on there is no reference to withdrawal of troops in either of the statements. And then the moment he lands in Male, President Moisu makes the mistake of saying that India has agreed for the troops withdrawal. I think there is a lot of immaturity, there's a lot of insecurity in the kind of speeches he is making. I think India should handhold him, and I think a special envoy is the need of the hour. Somebody should go there, sit with him, talk to him, and say that India is a reality, because everything from sand to stone to onions go from Trivandrum and Thoothukudi to Maldives. If India is going to shut that pipeline, I think Maldivians will be more badly hurt, and they will turn against Moise.
Maturity on the part of Maldives is also, RK, one question, explain to us the divisions within Maldives, because, on one hand, you have some people, including the ex-president, calling India a credible ally, a trusted friend, a time-tested friendship. And on the other, you see, there was this MP from Progressive Party, some of these comments are outright derogatory and, racist. So, there seems to be a whole spectrum of comments. And this anti-India sentiment, do you think it's a new thing in Maldives, or, has it been there for many years?
Thank you for that question, Vasudha. It's a very important question. What has happened, the anti-India campaign itself, as I've written in Frontline, is because Yamin was going to jail. The former president was going to jail. And that was the reason he ratcheted up this campaign and made it look as if he was his greatest supporter of China. And China literally backed him on that. And subsequently, after Moise has taken over this entire combine, Yamin goes out and has founded another party. So now you have two anti-India parties in the Maldives, which is competing for China's attention. And that is the internal dynamic which is playing out within the PPM-PNC itself. PPM is the party which has been literally taken over by Moiso, PPM and PNC. On the other side is Nasheed's party, which is now the Democrats, and Ibu Soli's party, the former president's party, which is the Maldivian Democratic Party. These two are largely seen as pro-India parties, and they see an opportunity now, including people there who went on NDTV, Eva Abdullah, or any of those other people that you brought on show are with either the MDP or the Democrats, and they see an opportunity to put Moise on the back foot. And at this also a time when they are heading to the Male City Council election, which is very important because Moise was earlier the president of the Male municipality.
Right.
And then you also have the MP's election. The members of parliament are being elected in March. So all these elections are terribly important.
Right.
And there is a lot of jockeying going on, and it's easy to show the government in a bad light.
Right. Thank you, RK, for joining us with those details and insights. Thank you very much.